Kristin, this is the second time we have been on camera together. Your high hair makes you look taller than me.
I also don't know where to look because
Right
I'm
at the
supposed to.
camera.
But I want to look at you when I'm talking.
Oh
to
yeah,
you.
that's true.
But then I'm like, but normally I talk straight at you. So
Should we do newscasters? And that's right, Kristin.
Very good, Kevin.
Oh my God. I want to real quickly. We haven't even played the opening yet. I want to say this. This movie was supposed to take place in Montana, and I looked it up. The temperature today, as we record this in Montana, is 97 degrees.
Okay.
It was not 97 degrees when they filmed that in Vancouver.
No.
Right now, I don't have the temperature up. We're outside.
Yeah.
It is 10 o'clock at night, and it has to easily be 90 degrees.
96 degrees.
It is. I am so sweaty.
I'll check it out. I mean, this is live action news.
I don't know if you can see that, but that was sweat if it flicked.
It's
88.
88.
Okay, so
88. But
yeah.
it's a balmy 88, and it says heat advisory. So,
Yeah.
And we're out here doing this for you chumps.
So you're not chumps. We're the chumps. Start the music.
It's been a long, exhausting day. Your troubles just won't go away. One thing that gets you through these is watching cheesy holiday movies. You think that you're above them, but you know that you love them. So get ready to listen. Now here comes Kevin and Kristin. Oh yeah.
Hello and welcome to Remark. I am one of your hosts, Kevin Reagan.
I am one of your other hosts, Kristin Finger.
And we are talking about 2 Tickets to Paradise.
Again! We just wanted to use Matt's song because it's his birthday!
It is! Happy birthday, Matt. That's also part of the reason we're recording this so late at night. Also, there's a bug flying around. That's going to happen a lot because there's lights and we're outside.
And listen.
This was a bad idea, but we said we were going to do this, and we are doing this. Ironically, Mike Gregoric could not be here because, and I'm not making this up, he runs a summer camp.
Like, the thing is Mike Gregoric currently celebrating Christmas in July at summer camp?
Yeah, he's celebrating not doing this in 88-degree weather.
That's correct. That's correct.
We are talking about the Hallmark movie,
Ooh.
Christmas, nope.
Campfire Christmas.
Yep.
Camp.
Oh, you know when it's really cold and you're like, can't think, I have the opposite. I have that heat.
My face is so hot.
You say that, but you look at, like, I am just, like, melting before the camera. Yes, Campfire Christmas, directed by David I. Strasser. David Strasser, we know as the director of Coyote Creek Christmas, with a little baby gravy.
Little baby gravy.
If you
Hashtag
recall.
baby gravy. Oh, speaking of baby gravy.
Oh, the new shirt. That's right. You can check out these new shirts at whatever it says below because I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah. Also, I'm. You're wearing yours.
Yeah, I'm taking this off. It is so hot.
It is so hot. Thank you, summer.
Yeah, it's summertime. I did want to mention the last time we saw Ryan Pavey was in a little movie called 2 Tickets to Paradise.
I've got 2 tickets to paradise.
All right, we're
That's it. We're done.
Yeah.
Don't turn off. Keep with us.
Unless you're into that. And then maybe we'll do it like an hour from now. This is going to be one of our shorter episodes, too.
I think so.
I feel like, we have a visitor, too, by the way. That's my daughter in the background. So she's going to hang out while we record. So go, zip it back up. This is good parenting, 101.
It's like don't put your dog in a car.
Yeah.
Don't put your kid in a tent.
It's got screens. It's fine. It's totally fine. And there's air conditioning right there. She chose
She
this.
did choose this.
This movie, you're done. This movie was written by Anna White. Anna White, who wrote Butler's in Love. Yeah. And Christmas CEO. I love Anna White. Wasn't a fan of that one. It wasn't really.
It's okay. We don't have to love them all. We just have to like all of them, which we do.
Yeah, that is true. We like doing this. So
Yeah.
I'm going to read you the Hallmark
Fantastic.
description of this movie.
Hit me.
Romance rekindles for Peyton, played by Tori Anderson, and her closest friends when her parents decide to host a holiday-themed reunion before selling their family-owned summer camp. I just want to say this.
Yeah.
It says romance rekindles for Peyton and her closest friends. I don't.
No, I get it,
Yeah.
Kevin. She rekindled, but then
Yeah.
her closest friends also rekindled their relationships or new ones.
Yeah, but that's not rekindling if it's a new one. And I feel like we'll get into it.
No,
But I
it
feel
is
like Janice
because it was friendship
yeah.
of two men that didn't know that
They weren't friends. They weren't even friends.
No, but
they
it
were,
was like
Yeah.
it was
okay.
like-
All right. We will get into that. I will go over the cast. Tori Anderson plays Peyton. We have Corbin Bleu, which is the best name I've ever heard in my life.
It's great.
Plays Thomas. Jeffrey Bowyer-Chapman plays Beckett. Beckett steals the show.
Does.
Caitlin Stryker plays Janice. Matt Hamilton, who I think is our new best friend because he was interacting with us on Twitter, and he
Thank
is
you.
awesome, plays Dave. And Alec Santos plays Chris. So this is a good one because we'll talk a little bit about this. There were no bad guys in this. There's no, but
right.
we thought there was going to be.
and
so.
it was an ensemble.
It was an ensemble. Very much so. There's a photo up right now, Chris.
There's a photo?
Yeah, it's right. It's gone, and now we're back.
Okay.
We start off at Camp Evergreen's Christmas in July.
2007.
2007. Chris, what were you like in 2007?
I had just moved back from New York City.
Okay.
And I was in beauty school.
Nice.
And I went bowling every Monday.
Oh, were you on a team?
No, it was like $1 bowling, $1 drink, $1 for your shoes.
Okay. Okay.
It
Yeah.
was in Brooklawn, New Jersey.
Nice. All right. I don't know what I was doing. I think I had just left my previous job and went to this job I'm in now. Not
Wow.
this, not Remark. Could you imagine?
Is this
the
our
content.
job?
This is our job. We get paid top dollar. There are jokes about Lost
Yes.
and Maroon 5 showing you this is indeed 2007.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
How
Oh, you
did
really
I
didn't?
not notice?
Yeah. Yeah. They talk about the new episode of Lost.
Oh,
And then
my gosh.
later we'll find out that both Beckett and Chris were going to audition with a Maroon 5 song. They never say the name of the
Yes.
song.
Okay, that's.
You'd have to be a deep Maroon 5 fan. I tried to figure it out, and I couldn't because it was 2007, and I know their moves like Jagger didn't come out till 2010.
Right. And that was. I feel like that's an odd choice for Maroon 5 during that time, though.
2007?
Yeah,
They had
because
an
I
album
feel like.
that came out.
Oh, they
in
did.
07. Yeah. mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
so-
I mean, I wasn't a fan. Sorry.
But we like them. Like we said, we like
We
everything.
like them. I just wasn't. I was in my like. Sort of like new pornographers, Pretty Girls Make Graves, like
Yeah.
bands I could see like in a basement.
I was in the Real Big Fish, and I still am.
Absolutely.
Like always.
Absolutely.
All times. We meet young Peyton and Thomas, as well as Janice and Dave, who are decorating the cabin in Christmas decorations.
Now, this was the thing that was interesting is I didn't know we were going to get so many flashbacks.
Yeah.
And flash forwards. I did get a little bit of whiplash
Yeah.
because within the first 10 minutes of this film, we were in 2007, and then
Yeah.
we were it just kept
We
going
went.
and going and going.
It would go 2007, and then it jumps. And I think we will talk about that. It jumps to 2022, which
Yeah.
we're currently in. This actually takes place in the future as well, if you noticed, because we fast forward to next Christmas.
Yes.
Spoilers. We'll get to that.
Spoilers.
We will get to
That's
that.
what it was. I
Yeah.
wrote it down. I was like, Marty,
Time
we're
travel.
gonna
Yeah.
need
a bigger boat.
a bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger DeLorean, I think they say. Yeah.
But I love a time jump because what it does is we get to. I think it leaves room to establish the characters a bit more
Oh, yeah.
without having to like speak about how
Yeah.
they were. I love the idea of like, gosh, well that one summer when we blank
Yes.
and then we get to see it.
And we see it. Yeah, that's a big thing in improv.
love
We
that.
talk about show it, don't tell it.
Yeah, I
And
love that.
they're able to show it. And I don't think they overuse it.
No, I don't think so. I think it was at the choice moments of. I think it was at moments, obviously between Peyton and Scooby,
Yeah.
of their relationship, but also just like, what's his face is I don't know names.
Is Scooby Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Doobie's gonna be the Broadway star.
That's Beckett.
Okay, I don't know who else I have.
I got them all. Janice, Dave, and Chris. So we'll keep going with it then. We find out Beckett has beef with Chris Dreskin. I like that they had his full name. He's the only one who I ever called his full name other than Peyton.
But I think that's important because when you do hate someone, you remember like their entire name.
Everything about them.
Like if you think right now in your brain,
Yes.
think of someone from middle school,
What's
and
their
you're
name?
like, you wouldn't just be
Full
like
name.
Sue.
Yeah.
You know the whole name.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was not Sue. Sue was awesome.
She was okay.
Sue's awesome. But Beckett and Chris both are trying for a part in the Christmas pageant, and who gets it?
Chris.
Yes, he does.
Chris last name.
Yep, Chris Streskin. With the last
Streskin.
name. Not Streskin.
Dreskin.
Yeah, close enough. Then, as Chris said, Kristin, finger, my enemy. We flash forward 15 years to December 2022, which is still the future as we sit here in July 2022.
Right.
Yeah. So the rest of this movie is taking place in a George Jetson-esque futuristic.
There were flying cars.
I have that in here. That's so funny. I noted it's hilarious. I also say that everybody's real kind to each other.
No.
Unfortunately, we see Peyton working at a Christmas party at Lincoln Hill, a publishing company in Portland, Oregon. I did not look up the weather in Portland, Oregon today.
In the most gorgeous full red suit. I
Was it
loved
a nice one?
It
Was it a
was
good one?
really nice. I've been looking for one. So
Yeah.
costumes, if you know where you purchased that
Yeah.
full red suit for
Do you
Peyton.
was this one a Hallmark, ladies?
Ooh, I'll have to look.
Yeah, it might be. She's dreamed of being a writer. She is not a writer, but instead she is Mona's assistant.
Yeah.
Mona's on screen right now. How dare she? Not that Mona.
I mean, it's interesting to me because I love a woman in these movies with a career.
Yeah.
But I also love a mean boss. So
Oh, yeah,
I
Mean Boss is
wasn't
the
mad when Mona showed up.
Yeah.
But then Mona started being kind of nice, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I really would have preferred her either like the nicest or like the worst.
We'll get to that. 'Cause I
Okay.
actually have,
You have problems with Mona?
Of course I do. Peyton has a manuscript that she has presented about the Shanghai tunnels of Portland that she wants to get. That's exactly what Thomas does when Peyton talks about it. She wants to have Mona publish them. And Mona just kind of is giving her a runaround. If you do not know about the Shanghai tunnels of Portland, they are really interesting and worth looking up. Also depends on, is my daughter watching the Remark YouTube channel back there or something totally different?
She's watching Remark.
Yeah.
She's the one that gets our views.
Yeah, that gets them up. Kit, how are we looking? Awesome.
There you go.
She's not watching Remark.
Are you going to go into detail about the Shanghai tunnel?
No, I'm not. That's on you. Wikipedia, look it up yourself. It is
Okay.
fascinating. It's really
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
Most of it is debunked, though. So, but whatever. It's worth taking a look into.
I like that word, debunked.
Debunked, yeah.
Damn.
We then meet the Bakers, Peyton's mom and dad, who run Camp Evergreen.
Yeah.
This is at Christmas time, and we also find out, Chris, I'm going to let you take this. What do they do?
What?
They travel the world in a
RV.
Heyo.
Guess who else does that? This lady's parents.
What?
Yeah.
The best.
Living that RV life. Winnebago.
Listen, Pat and Marge, they know what's up.
They're on the Winnebago. Do you get it?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay.
But here's also something important. They didn't start the Evergreen, her parents.
Correct.
This was like handed down from like 2 grandmoms ago.
That's important, and let's come back to that in a couple minutes.
I'm doing it again.
No, let's
Kevin
do
has
it.
a
Let's-
list.
I don't want to mess with this movie. I've not heard back. I'm hoping I do. I hope Anna White hears this. I want
Yeah.
to talk to Anna White about this. This was the only issue I really had with the movie, which is Peyton's last name is Baker.
Yeah.
Which I thought it was Baxter, and I had to watch it a second time
Oh.
to make sure it was Baker, because my wife said it's Baker, not Baxter, and I was like,
She's
"Are you sure
usually
about that?"
correct.
She's always correct. So it is. It's Baker. Here's the thing, okay? Peyton Baker. Now, obviously, Peyton can take her mother's last name, her father's last name, her own, whatever. It doesn't make a difference. But it's weird to me because she is Peyton Baker. The camp was started by the Bakers, which
Okay.
we'll find out how that's the case. And her mother talks about when my grandmother started the lighting of the Christmas trees and cabins ceremony
Yeah.
in July all those years ago. And I'm thinking, well, hold on a second. If her grandmother is the one who started the camp and she's Baker, there's a couple possibilities. There's either that Peyton took her mother's last name.
Yeah.
There's the possibility that Peyton's parents had the same last name. There's some possibility they're related. Let's hope. No, let's
Wait a
just,
minute.
Let's move on.
Kevin, I don't
Yeah.
want to blow
Yeah.
your mind,
Go
okay?
ahead. Yeah.
This is a true story.
Go on.
Speaking of my parents,
Yeah.
okay? So my dad, Frank Finger, passed away when I was 12, and my mom remarried Pat Ayers. But Pat Ayers' mom lost her husband at some point
Okay.
and married a Bob Finger.
Come on. Are you serious?
So my step-grandmom's last name is Finger.
That is crazy.
But we looked at like the trees
Yeah.
and it's like not the
Yeah.
same family.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what happened.
Different fingers, different hands.
Different fingers.
So that's the worst. I'm sorry. But again, that's very possible. And Baker is not an uncommon name. So, but it was weird because it wasn't through his family, which I think is awesome. Like, because they may have met at camp.
Yeah.
Listen, there could be a sequel. So I'm saying, Anna, let's talk. Let's do a sequel.
Oh my God, can I be in it? I love camp.
Yeah, I don't see why not. So here's what happens. The Bakers tell Peyton, we are going to get rid of the camp. We're going to sell it. But they do offer one more time for Peyton to take it over, which I love.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because they were like, I don't think she's ever really wanted this for her
Right.
life. However, I don't want to take this away from her.
Yes.
So they knew she'd say no, but I liked that they asked.
So often in Hallmark movies specifically, you have a situation where the parents are doing away with the business
Yeah.
and they don't consult the kids other than say, we sold it. It's like, why wouldn't you have at least asked? And I love that they did.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm not interested.
But also, Kevin's going to hate me for this, but then also, like, it didn't end up that she just took over the camp.
Right.
She still was going to do what...
Because you jumped to the end?
Yeah.
I don't care. Also, they kiss. So is that what we're doing now? We're just... I mean, that was
Twice.
inevitable. That was
Twice.
All right, now that I am upset. Now I'm upset. You're giving it all away. That is true. 3 times if you really want to
3
get technical.
times. The flashback.
Ooh, yeah, I guess. I wonder if you can hear the motorcycle.
I
behind
hope
us.
so.
Yeah.
Because my ride's here.
That's you know what that is?
It's Hines on a motorcycle.
2 Tickets to Paradise right there.
No, it's Tyler Hines on a
You
motorcycle.
shut it down and the music didn't play because, all right, that's fine. Tyler Hines is coming to you. All right.
But I want to get to the camp. Can we be at the camp?
Yeah, okay. We cut to 6 months later, July 2023, where we are right now.
And they're having a big shebang.
They're not quite having the big shebang. They were flying cars I rode. I have everyone still towards each other. It's
God.
going to be a great bit.
Should this just be the Kevin Reagan podcast of
I think so.
reading a synopsis?
Cut into me. Yeah, let me read my notes. I mean, they are my notes, though, at least. All right, yes. So I don't need these notes. So
You might.
We actually see, before even getting to camp, Dave and Janice meet up in Portland, presumably. And that's not quite July. It doesn't seem to be July yet because there's snow. But... and they talk, and Peyton says, I'm not going to come to the reunion, which is crazy because it is her parents.
It's her parents, like, what?
And Janice kind of picks up on this and says, Thomas isn't going to be there.
Right.
To which, and if I call him Mitch, it's only because Matt Hamilton, who plays Dave, was Mitch in a Christmas Tree Grows in Colorado. He was the gay firefighter, if you recall.
Was
that we
he?
loved. Yeah. That we absolutely loved. Yeah. Because when I saw him, I was like, I recognize that guy.
Dave?
Yeah, it's so great. But we also find out Janice and Dave are having their own issue because Janice brings up wanting to have sent her children to this camp, and Dave immediately changes the subject away from children.
Right. But what I liked about that sort of situation was they simply needed to just talk to each other. And
Yeah.
it wasn't even, it was just like, it wasn't that he didn't want to have him. He was just scared.
He's very fearful. Yeah.
loved it.
He's fearful of a lot.
I
He's
love that.
fearful of that. He's fearful of ladders.
Heights.
Yeah. Or heights. Yeah. He's fearful of bats. That's not in the movie, but I got a feeling.
You just flashbacks of,
You were like, I don't remember a bat being in this.
no, it's frightening. There's probably bats out here. But the other interesting thing is they hinted, obviously, that
Yeah.
Thomas and Peyton had this, like, falling out.
Yeah.
And I was ready for, like, this epic, like,
I liked it.
she done him
No,
wrong,
yeah.
or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But, like, what it ended up being, essentially, which was quite sweet, was they just... They fell in love at camp. And that has happened to me where I have sort of just like, you either are really good friends with someone because of your circumstances.
Yeah.
Or like, I fell in love with someone at band camp and then I saw them in school and I was like, they're garbage. So like, I totally get that.
Yeah.
Like I started dating a trombone player at band camp and I was like, they're so cool. They're
Yeah.
so sweet. And then when you see them out of that element, you're like, ew.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand. They were like 16. They fell in love
Yeah.
at camp,
Yeah.
and then they tried to make
Just
it.
didn't work outside.
It just,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's totally fine. By the way, do you know how you get in touch with a trombone player? slide into their DMs. So anyways, then we go to camp. We are actually in camp. And finally, what are we, like 15 minutes into this episode and we're finally at camp. That's on us, not the movie. The movie does move a quicker pace than this episode where we're sitting next to each other. The only other time we sat next to each other, Mike Gregoric was right next to us to go,
keep going.
he's not doing that. He's doing it, watching this for certain.
Poor thing.
So, okay. They get to camp. Everybody's hugging. Everybody's happy. We see Beckett show up in a huge stretch limo. He is now a Broadway star.
So pimp. I loved it.
It was excellent. We also find out, I think pretty quickly, that Chris, his arch nemesis, is also a star, but of soap operas in L.A. Little East Coast, West Coast
Love the
drama.
East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah.
And I loved, what's his name? Scooby? What is it?
Thomas? Beckett.
Beckett was like, I'm a performer on the stage. That's real acting.
Yeah.
And I loved that like sort of meta, like he's literally doing film, right? Like it's just, you know what I mean?
As he's in it. Yeah.
But anyway, I found that very smartly written. But I loved, because it's like, how are we going to continue putting these two actors against each other?
Yeah.
I love that it wasn't just two Broadway stars.
No, yeah, because they would also run in the same circle,
Yeah.
so it's cooler that they are, and that's probably why they did it, that they're on opposite coasts, and
Yeah.
that'll come into play a little bit as well as the film goes on. So then they raise the flag. That's Peyton does that. Her parents talk on a megaphone that they keep nowhere near their mouth, somewhere around like this area.
No.
Like this is what it would sound like if you're doing that, but whatever. We heard them. It was totally fine.
It's fine.
I loved her parents. by the
Magic
way.
of, oh my gosh. Her mom was adorable. The dad, cute, because they had played Mrs. and Mr. Claus. Is it Mr. Claus or would it be Santa Claus? Would you refer to Santa Claus as Mr. Claus?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Okay.
Mr. Santa? What else did you call him?
I don't know.
Well, Kris Kringle, Mr. Kringle.
Yeah.
A lot of names, a lot of aliases. We should look into that.
But that's
What's
one
he
of
hiding?
my favorite. That's one of my favorite things to do when I watch these movies is because obviously they're on such a tight shooting schedule and they have to sort of like there's definitely limited extras and different things like that.
Yeah.
My favorite scene in this almost was
The mistletoe?
Oh,
I love the mistletoe.
Like they were at a party or one of the events and they were dressed as Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they
Yeah.
the camera followed them across the room and
Yeah.
you just see all the extras being like hub 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 hub
Yeah.
hub and waving like at no one. And I was like, just as someone that's been like an extra in something,
Yeah.
I was like, I live for watching the extras, so well done to all the extras because it was just like Christmas, like I loved it. I was like, brilliant background
Did he say
work.
Christmas in July, though?
Christmas, July.
Yeah, that makes more sense. So we have the start of camp, and everyone goes to the mess hall to get lunch. We meet Chef Al.
Oh
Chef
my
Al
God.
was awesome.
I thought he was going to be Santa. I really was
I
like,
did too.
Santa alert.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a Santa alert, without a doubt. And then this was one of those moments that it's just like, oh yeah, man, I live for this stuff. Where Peyton looks at their table and even says, "Who's at our table?" Because that was their table. Because his back is to them. And then who turns around but Scooby himself?
Scooby himself.
Thomas. We find out we had heard Thomas was going to be teaching summer school in Texas.
But not enough kids failed to
Wait.
sign up.
And we also find out he's an art teacher. And I don't mean, can you fail art?
Okay, I don't need you coming at my career.
I'm just saying, like, in a high school in Texas,
No,
can
but
you
I
fail
think
art?
it was like a summer school program.
That makes sense,
I
because
don't
they said
think
it was a very wealthy school. That's
and
fair.
he was like,
Yeah.
not enough kids signed up.
Yeah. They had other things. They all went to camp. They all went to their Christmas camps. So Thomas is there. Everyone's so excited to see our good friend Thomas, except our
Peyton.
girl Peyton.
And he says, "Hey, Peyton."
It does not work well.
Doesn't.
He, like every dude in these, wants to talk about what went wrong.
Yep.
And Peyton, to her credit, through almost the whole movie, is like, I'm not interested in talking about this. Let's just move on.
Like, I've been rewatching Vampire Diaries, and like they have like lost loves from like 150 years ago,
Yeah.
and they are like, it was 150 years ago. I'm over it. I'm like, you're not over
Yeah.
it. So Peyton
Yeah.
clearly wasn't over it,
No.
but just tried to
But she
convince
wants to talk
herself.
about it. She's enjoying Christmas in July.
I love.
A Christmas in July?
You know why?
'Cause it's
frozen eggnogs.
Oh, God, yeah.
When Debbie, what's her name? The friend? Janice brought in
hot chocolate. Oh, the
frozen
eggnog.
eggnogs.
There's a point though where I think Thomas goes, I'm going to go get hot chocolate. You want one? I'm thinking, are you out of your mind?
It was nighttime.
I don't care,
and
man.
they're in Montana. It was chilly.
Oh, it's still no. It is. It's actually feeling better out here.
I
Are
feel
you feeling
fine.
better?
I feel fine.
Yeah, I think that with the sun
I
gone.
think we overreacted a bit.
No, it was 80. Look at it. What is it now? What's the temperature?
I don't want to look at it.
I want to know. I need to know.
It's 80. It dropped 8 degrees.
That's pretty significant.
Pretty significant.
So then we have everybody is kind of starting to break up into what they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
And they, we first do find Peyton's mom gives her journals. All
what
the
a
journals.
wonderful, so this is something that I think I've spoken to before, is the idea that I kept a journal from the age of 12 to 25, but then at some point I just kept moving with them and all this past was in these journals, and I was like, I don't think I want to keep bringing this past with me.
Yeah.
So as an exercise, I shredded all of them.
Oh my gosh.
And now I'm so mad.
Yeah.
As someone that writes comedy and writes, stuff, that I would use those for a one-woman show, but now like an idiot.
Yeah, but you can use that story.
That's the whole show.
I love that. No, and then you have to recall.
Yeah.
I think that's, and then maybe it's pieced together. Well, the copyright.
So when
Don't
her
talk about
mom
that.
handed her all of those journals, I was like, son of a nutcracker, I should have just had my mom hold on to them.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
well.
In the RV.
But this is the thing. So we knew immediately, Peyton needed something to give to her boss.
Yes.
To be able to be a writer and be legit. And she kept passing up her stories and saying that they needed heart. They needed something personal. So it took her way longer than I think all of us viewers took to realize.
When she had that recollection and everybody watching goes, of course, come on. But
you knew. So the moment her mom handed her those journals, I was like, here you go. Yeah. This is it.
Yep.
And then she still didn't get it.
Not right away. Yeah, it takes some time. So then they're back decorating the cabins in modern times, because we saw it in 2007. Now it's 2023.
This is when David is scared of ladders.
David's afraid of ladders. The Baxters come over. Nope, I said it earlier. The Bakers. I knew I would do it too. The Bakers come over and they ask Beckett to direct the pageant, the Christmas pageant. He's so flattered to do it. And then, of course, they slip in the co-directing. I wonder with who, Chris? Who do you think it would be?
I don't know. Chris Kirkpatrick? What was his last name?
Like Dreskin. Yes, it is with Chris. And
Chris Kirkpatrick's in NSYNC.
I like it. Oh, is that right? Yeah, that is right. But it's awesome because Beckett doesn't pull back on it. He's going to do it and, figure out a way to do it. Yeah. He leaves and they find they need more decorations. So at this, Thomas is going to go off and find some decorations in the art room, and Peyton offers to go with him, which is awesome because she wanted nothing to do with him, and very quickly she's just kind of like, I'll go with you.
Oh, that's right. He's fun.
They meet Ellen, the art teacher, which is really nice because she's the huge influence on Thomas that he becomes an art teacher himself. We find out he sends Christmas cards to her and her alone.
I mean, I don't send anyone Christmas cards.
But he doesn't even send one to Chef Al.
Oh.
Chef Al is sitting there all by himself, no Christmas cards.
Santa.
Yeah, Santa. He doesn't need Christmas cards.
So
you can send them to Santa.
The interesting thing is, I will say, and I love a romantic moment.
Yeah.
Okay, who doesn't, right? But I felt like some of these were a bit too on the nose of we're both touching something.
Oh, yeah, they did do that a lot.
They did that a lot, and I think I would have liked a variety of romantic moments.
Yeah.
But we did get to have a craft supply fight.
We did, absolutely, yeah. So this is Ron Vrooman, who has been a guest on the show, would talk about if you have any baking happen, there will be a fight with the ingredients.
Yeah.
This was an art ingredient fight.
It was really fun because it started when they had to make wreaths because, spoiler alert, it rained and the wreaths got ruined for the wreath catch, capture the wreath.
Capture the wreath, yeah.
And so Peyton and Doobie made Thomas made the wreaths out of real evergreens.
Yeah.
But it was like in his hair, and that you don't
I don't have any hair.
But and then it was like, and then it was What else would they throw? Because it got to glitter almost.
Yeah, they did throw glitter, didn't they? Maybe they didn't.
I don't know.
Berries? What else do you put in a wreath? Tell us. You can email us your wreath recipes at remarktheshow@gmail.com.
So I thought that was that romantic I like.
Yeah.
But not the like,
Yes. Yeah. And they did those goofy moments, I think like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
One of them is when they're researching for her book. So she does confide in Thomas, kind of the issues she's having with her career. Pitches the one idea of the Shanghai tunnels, not specifically, but that's where he does fall asleep. And he says the same thing, that you're full of life and energy. I think that is where she gets the moment. So I think he's kind of the catalyst.
I think so.
To help her realize, this is what I should be writing about.
Because he says, I enjoyed all of your letters because you made me feel like I was right there with you.
Yeah.
And so I think she realized, oh my goodness, that is my writing. Because she was trying to make her writing something else and more serious. And I've done that. I've tried to make my art like very just like this is what everybody's probably going to want.
Yeah.
And then I actually got more work when I started saying,
this is
what I'm going to do.
Yeah. So then we see Beckett and Chris and the conflicts they're having, and they also don't have anybody cast. So nobody wanted to audition, nobody to cast. So Beckett goes to his friends and basically says, you guys all have to do this, to which they say, we will do it if you play Capture the Wreath with us, because we're a person short. He doesn't want to. But he does end up backing down. But this is where the journals really come into play.
He doesn't back out. He wins the day.
Well, when they eventually play, he doesn't want to do it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
And he doesn't back down. He does it. Is what I'm saying. He plays.
Yeah.
But there's also this discussion of, does the red team or the green team usually win? And they look to the journal, which I found so funny that she happened to have the journals there as they were at the pitch for.
Well, yeah, because Janice was like, I know how we can find this out. And she like opened it to the page.
Exactly, to the page.
And then we got a
very Wayne's World.
I hope anyone at home is knowing what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got to see this flashback of this moment of who did win that flag day. And then it was adorable because once we end up seeing them play, we had that mirror of what happened.
Yeah.
And
we see them get together because the idea was Thomas says to Peyton, if I win, you have to be my camp girlfriend.
Camp girlfriend.
And he doesn't win. But they ultimately start dating anyhow.
Yeah.
So, obviously they have that connection in 2007.
But then in 2023, essentially, Beckett wins.
He does.
For some reason, putting
before that, only because this is your favorite part.
Oh, is it?
As Beckett goes back to Chris, they fight a little bit, and Beckett says to Chris, you were always, antagonizing me. And he said, no, I wasn't. I had a crush on you.
Oh my God. Did anyone else go, I knew it? Like, I knew it.
Yeah, of course.
Right? We all knew it.
You did know it, right?
Oh my God, I knew it.
Yeah.
It was so sweet. And I love those moments of like, I'm yelling at you, but I love you.
Yeah. They did a good job of early on in the flashback, Chris watching Beckett, and then they would do it in camp in modern times in 2023. So you knew obviously there was some sort of thought process. But he said, I had a crush on you, and that also weighs on Beckett is, does he still? Beckett says to Peyton when he tells her, I didn't even know that he was gay.
What a love, like romantic little like, well, because here's the thing, because I love that moment where Beckett ran over to the table and was like, what? Like, I like that we saw these friendships, because that's how I am with my friends that I've known since I was like 15 or 16. You can go right back into that's the level of things that are high.
And you
on
also
the
assume,
list.
or I did anyhow, that they're still connected in some ways, even if they're not physically together.
But it was just very sweet and charming in the writing to have like each person come in and showcase how they were together when they were kids still.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. So then we have another flashback where we see Thomas and Peyton, and they're looking at constellations, specifically Orion. Are you looking for Orion?
There's nothing. It's because we live in a smog-filled city.
They are trying to find constellations, and what is it? It's Hercules and Orion, right?
Hercules.
I believe that's what it was.
I think
and
so.
they could only see one in the summer and one in the winter.
Yes.
One is more prominent.
Correct.
And I forget which is which. I want to say Orion is more prominent.
I love
think
astrology.
In the winter, I think.
Astrology or astronomy? I love astronomy.
Both. Yeah. And they kiss back in 2007.
07.
So we know,
Wow.
obviously, that was their moment. There is some fun bits with mistletoe. We've done lots of mistletoe on the show.
I like mistletoe.
Here's the thing. What we do find out in
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
While they're doing crafts or while they're researching the book or whatever they're doing, we find out that Thomas's father, a couple months ago, has passed away.
You know what that means?
Dead
Dad alert. Pew, 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 pew.
Why are we dancing?
I don't
As if
know.
we just said 2 tickets to
don't know.
paradise.
I've got 2 tickets to paradise.
Both have 2 dead dads. Maybe we're allowed
We
to.
don't have 2. We have 1 each. Yeah. It's weird. Unless we were like twins or something. Well, I guess just siblings at all. So this is part of why Thomas is kind of doing a lot of soul searching. You know, he had conversations with his father at the end, and he realized his father had a lot of regrets, and Thomas doesn't want to have those regrets. So there's something charming about that. There's also something kind of like, okay, that's what it took, buddy. I mean,
Yeah, like,
you know.
come on, bro. What's it been, like 15 years?
Yeah, come on.
What else? You just been like a camp jerk this whole time?
Yeah, you just been like an art jerk this whole time.
Listen, I would have been attracted to
I
that.
thought we were. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. Who are you attracted to right now these days?
Right now?
Yeah, we know who it is. You can
It's
say.
Joe Carey. I can't stop. It's a problem. Also, of course,
Yeah.
but, like-
all these gentlemen, but yes, definitely. Most of the dudes on Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things. I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
If you want us to start a podcast talking about Joe Carey and the boys on Stranger Things, please email us at Remark the Show. Should be Stranger Things the Show at gmail.com.
It's a long email address. There does come a point where Peyton and Thomas actually kiss in 2023.
It was steamy.
It was nice, and there was still almost 40 minutes left in the movie.
Yeah.
Because every time there's a kiss between the leads, and it's not the end of the movie, I go, how much time is left? And it was 40 minutes. I was like, where's this gonna go?
It went places.
It went places. So, but it went to a place, and it's one of those places that drive me up a wall.
Uh-oh.
So we then have, we have a few scenes in which Peyton is still talking with Mona.
Yeah.
And Mona likes the idea of this book that she's pitching, but she wants to hire another writer. Peyton wants to write it herself. Mona says, let me think about it. Okay.
All right.
Then we come to the pageant. Finally, the Christmas pageant.
Listen, I thought
Yeah.
that dance number, can we learn that?
That was something.
I loved it.
I liked just them all they were amazing at like doing their own makeup and like Janice was doing Dave's makeup. Dave looked awesome, by the way.
Dude, I loved
Matt Hamilton.
the taking off of the eyebrow scene between
Yeah.
those 2 bros.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, you didn't want to rip that bad boy off.
Very sweet.
That was the moment. I think it was the taking off
It
of
was.
the.
Yeah.
He asks.
It's our worst nightmare.
He says to Thomas, that's Dave says to Thomas, hey, what's happening
Yeah.
with you and Peyton?
Yeah.
And Thomas says to him, I realized that what killed our relationship last time is long distance. Long distance just doesn't work. And Peyton is listening. She's in the corner
And
listening.
She stops listening
And
at
leaves.
that
Yeah.
moment.
And she goes, I gotta go. In which Thomas then waits until the footsteps go tuk, 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 and says, so I'm looking at apartments in Portland, yo. I don't know why
Like,
there's music.
was
but-
there like a mic drop in that moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's writing. We get it. It's conflict.
Yeah.
Right.
They could have done something else, though. You know what they could have done? Because then she gets the phone call from Mona. The phone could have rung right then, and she could have taken it and walked out and been upset. But she walks out, it's Mona, and Mona says, hey, we found a great writer to write. It's not going to be you. And then this was the baller moment to me in this movie because it was no hemming and hawing. Peyton's just like, Mona, I quit. And
quit.
that was it. And I was like,
She could have dropped her phone just in
Yeah.
the lake.
Yeah. She wasn't near the lake. She'd have to
Listen.
run out and,
There was one nearby.
yeah, it wasn't too far.
I've always wanted to do that.
Throw a phone in the lake?
Yeah.
Okay, we should
Or
do
like
that.
a body of water.
I thought you were going to say throw a body in a lake. Because this is a podcast.
That's my other podcast.
Stranger Things than that. Being friends with this lady. So That's it. That's the movie. They don't get together. It happened. It finally happened. I knew
Can you
was
believe it?
bound.
Can you believe
Wait,
it?
that is not what happens.
That's not what happened.
We do have a little bit of drama between Chris and Beckett because they're going to go their separate coasts and it won't be able to
Right.
work. But they both kind of feel like that's what the other one wants to hear.
Yeah.
So they work through that pretty quickly, thank goodness. And they decide, no, we're going to make this work. We're
Love
adults
it.
and we'll see what happens. We also see Dave and Janice, and Dave says, I think we should pull back on work so we can start a family. Nice sentiment, but also we work. We have families. We have like all these other commitments.
Yeah.
You can do other things. Like that's fine. I get
Yeah.
it. But they were gonna like basically hire someone because we can't, do our jobs and have a kid. I mean, like, look,
She's fine.
She's doing it herself. You know,
She's fine.
It's just-
She's fine.
what are you watching back there, buddy?
Sleeping.
No, we're good. Yeah, she might have fallen asleep, and that's fine too. Then we come to Peyton and Thomas.
Well, the delightful thing is, Thomas this whole time had been drawing stuff, and we
Yes,
didn't know
we-
really. Oh, we just asked, how you doing? Okay.
Great, awesome.
Um,
We didn't know what he was
we
drawing.
didn't know what he was drawing, and then Dave hands her these cute drawings that he did.
And tells her
Yeah.
because she says, "Yeah, Thomas said long distance relationships
Right.
won't work," and I love that Dave's like, "Yeah," and then he said
And then
he's
yeah.
looking for apartments in Portland.
Where
and she's
were
like,
you? Wait, what? So
I was throwing my phone in the lake.
and
Damn.
bodies. So at the last little illustration, it said, "You're great. Want to make it work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move to Portland. Let's have babies." But like,
But in drawing
in
form.
drawing form.
Yeah.
So she's like, what? And then leaves and goes and finds them on their deck spot.
Yeah,
What we call is it a deck?
a dock.
Dock.
So close. You're off by one vowel. So
I'd like to
close.
buy another vowel.
Yep.
Please.
Which one? It's a DAC. Oh, yeah, thank goodness. There was another vowel in there that would have changed the rating of this episode. So they kiss. Things are great. We get a quick phone call from Kimmy, I think her name was.
Her friend, yeah.
Who works with her, and she says that Mona told Steve that the only reason that she never produced any of Peyton's manuscripts or published them
Yeah.
is because she didn't want to lose her as an assistant. That is very similar to the proposal, the plot of the proposal.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, Steve should fire Mona. That's a fireable offense
I think
to
so.
me. But Kimmy does say to her, keep writing. I love your
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
And that inspires her enough. She's happy about that. And we fast forward to December 2024. Oh, man.
Yeah, and it's Christmas, like real Christmas, not
Yeah.
Christmas in July.
Oh,
Christmas.
not fake Christmas. Real Christmas.
It's real Christmas.
Yeah.
We've got Chris and Beckett
Yeah.
still together,
Yes.
adorbs. We've got
Janice is pregnant.
Janice.
Yeah.
Janice.
Jolene.
Jolene.
Yeah, we have all of Dolly Parton's songs are pregnant.
Janice is pregnant. Dave is still there, so that seems to be working.
Yeah.
The parents though are in a house, and it's not an RV.
I thought that was Peyton's house.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Because the whole point was she didn't decorate the year before, but she's decorated now. She's got the time. Yeah.
Okay.
And she and Thomas, and she gives Thomas a gift. It is the book.
Yep.
It's not going to come out until July. That's July of 2000.
2025.
It's insane how far in the future
We
we're
have to
going.
wait so long for this.
Yeah, this movie is going to continue for many, many years. And then Thomas decides, your book is nice. I got something here for you. And they kiss again.
Yeah.
So I presume that
I think
means
that's 4
yes.
then. I think it's 4 kisses.
Yeah, I thought it was 4.
Yeah, that's crazy. I forgot about the engagement kiss.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of kisses.
Yeah, it was a sexy
Uh-oh,
episode. Sexy
uh-oh.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
steamy.
So there you have it. That
Yeah.
was Campfire Christmas. That was
We-
dramatic pause because I forgot the name.
You know what we didn't do?
Marshmallows.
That.
Because we were going to have a fire
They
pit
were
here.
promised.
It was 90 degrees. I was not lighting a fire. I was like, to hell with that.
It's quite nice now.
It is. I'm still not lighting it.
The tricky part of this is
Yeah.
it's an ensemble.
Yeah.
So who are we H3Oing?
Interesting. Kristin, it's time for...
Hallmark Holiday Hunk Objectification.
That's right. We are back talking Hallmark hunks in our H3O segment where we are going to rate these. Usually we rate the lead actor,
Yeah.
but we have so many boys.
Yeah.
Yowza.
Are we doing all the gents? All 4?
I think maybe we just like sort
How
of.
about the 3? Let's leave Chris.
All right, we'll leave Chris out.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll do the 3 of them. So we're gonna give him 1 out of 10 heinies.
Okay.
And 10 million is Tyler Hines.
Yeah. We're not doing the shirt tonight, but tune in a subsequent episode and we will rate all the gents on the shirt. That's a great idea.
Move Wong up. I don't know.
I love
Meow.
Meow.
All right,
Nelson Wong is the best.
we're gonna give 1 out of 10 heinies. Let's start with Beckett.
Okay, Beckett. His name is Jeffrey Bowyer-Chapman.
3-parter.
3-parter. Yes.
All right.
Am I first? Am I first on
Yeah,
this one?
yeah,
Okay.
this one, yeah.
I loved him. I loved how animated he was. He was fun. If you go through any of the other actors' Instagrams
Yeah.
or Twitters, they all say he stole everything and they loved him. He was so much fun to work with. I'm going to give him, I liked him. I felt like he should have known Chris had feelings for him.
Right.
So I'm going to give him, I'm going to knock a point off for being a little obtuse. And because of that, it's still pretty high. I'm going to keep him at an 8. I'm gonna
That's
give him an 8.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I think I'm going to knock him down a bit because it's tricky because we met him when he was like a 16-year-old
Yeah.
and now we met him as like an adult.
Yeah.
So I don't want to rate, as a 40-year-old woman, I don't want to rate a
The kid.
16-year-old boy.
No, yeah, not
So
the
this
kid.
is rating Beckett, the adult.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like he definitely was a little bit, not full of himself because he was confident.
Yeah.
That's more what the word I'm looking for. But I think his confidence got in the way of realizing something wonderful was right in front of him.
Right.
And I get that that's the plot, duh. But like at the same time, it's a character flaw, so I have
Yeah.
to knock you down a bit, right? Real pretty on the eyes, though. I loved all his ensembles, even
Yeah.
when he put on like the little beanie.
Yeah.
Playing
Yeah.
the sports and stuff. Oh, I loved when they were sitting and just drinking and watching the snowball fight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the water balloon
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
And they didn't want to get wet.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I live in that sort of world. So I'm gonna give him an 8 as well.
I thought you were going to go 7, and I had a thing loaded to make you come up a little bit higher. Because
Wow.
I will say this, and this is the thing I really dug about this character. They brought up 2 things. One, he's talking to Peyton, and he talks about he knew who he was when he was young. They don't play up, if he knows he's gay or not, but he knew who he was. His friends knew who he was. But what he said, and I thought this was really touching, is he never got to have that camp crush.
Yeah.
Because he didn't say this, but again, 2007 may not seem like a long time ago.
It
It was a long time
was a
ago.
long time ago.
But it also, things were not as
Yeah.
progressed as they are now. So the idea that he could be a lot more open at this camp, that is, again, remember, it's a Christmas in July camp, so it's probably got like, I don't want to say religious flavor to it, but it might.
Right.
So, but I liked that. I liked that he was able to have that camp crush, end with the same person he would have had
That's so cute.
likely had the camp crush with.
That's very cute.
Then we move on to my man, Matt Hamilton, friend of the show, Dave. Afraid of ladders,
Yeah.
afraid of babies,
Listen.
afraid of bats.
I don't care because if he wears tight white T-shirts like he did during Capture the Wreath,
Yeah.
he's getting a 9.
Listen, yeah, you know what? He's definitely a 9. Again, go back to that makeup and that eyebrow, the glitter
Like,
in the eye.
come on.
The fact that he never balked at any of it.
Nah.
They're like, he wrote his lines on his hand, but I found that amazingly charming as well.
He's gonna be a great dad.
Absolutely.
Like just everything. He was just game for everything. He was so positive. He had like heart-warming moments, and also was like really pretty on the eyes.
Yeah.
Again, his arms in those shirts.
Yep.
Can we pull that picture up?
Is that it? Is this it? This is probably not it. This allows me to bring up any weird picture. And finally, we have who is likely
What'd you give
considered
him?
the lead. A 9. We
Okay,
both did
what a
9s.
9, okay.
Yeah. Then we have Corbin Bleu. Again, amazing name.
Corbin Bleu.
Playing the part, Chicken Gordon Bleu. Playing the part. Yeah, I'm certain this poor dude, his entire life is like, oh, I've never heard that before. Thomas, the character of Thomas. I dig Thomas. I like that he's kind of on this whirlwind rebound from losing his father. Dead dad alert. I like that he wants forgiveness. Because I don't think he sets out to rekindle.
He even says that. He says, I was just looking to offer my apology.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to fall in love again.
Right. And which he does. And I think that's totally cool. He crushes again hard. And I think he's a beautiful man. They would make beautiful babies.
Beautiful babies.
I did have some problems with the character.
Yeah.
And it's definitely what's going to give him. I'm going to be nice because I was going to say 7. I'll go 7.5.
Okay.
Because I did have some problems that, again, it was the death of his father, not like his own soul searching.
Right.
That kind of kick-started this, like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should have handled things a little better. He does say that he also, similar to Dave, was fearful. That was a big component
Fear
of
was a big thing. I think for most of the characters as well.
Yeah, I think the whole movie was about fear. It was a camp, you know. I mean, scary things happen at camp.
All right, so I am going to give him a 7.
Oh.
Because here's the thing.
Bring me down. Maybe let's see what
No,
happens.
no. I don't hate this character.
Yeah.
Because again, it's just the character. It's not Corbin Bleu.
Corbin. Bleu.
Corbin Bleu. So what I don't know. I just felt like I didn't think he had as much charm, like in I don't know. I wanted him to be a bit more character developed of sort of how do I say this? I don't know. I just feel like maybe I don't know. I don't know how to judge it because I don't want to say the writing was not like.
You know what's so funny? I was seeing if you could bring me down to a 7 from my 7.5. I think I'm going to go up to an 8.
You're a jerk.
I am. But I think because there were little things that I did like, and I get they did that in the book when they're looking through the book.
Yeah.
And they tell,
I think I was just like not turned on by any of that.
But
so.
that's kind of my point. Like when they were eating ice cream, it was dripping on her hand, and he wiped it from her hand. There was nothing about that he was trying to be weird, and it was just like, hey, dude, you got ice cream on your hand.
Right.
I don't want you to get it on your nose.
You're giving him 0.5 more points because he wiped ice cream.
Dude, an ice cream wipe. If you get a gnome dirty, we got a problem. But that gnome.
I'll go up to a 7.5 because he did offer her hot
Look at what we
chocolate.
did. Yeah, in the heat.
In
All
the
right,
heat.
I'm back to a 7.5. We did it. 7.5. Hot chocolate in the heat. Come on, bro.
That's H3O. Thank you for joining us talking about some Hallmark Holiday Hunk Objectification.
You can't do it. That's
Mike's
so
too
Mike.
good at it. Wow, we did it.
We did do it. I don't know how long did that take. That was probably close to an hour. Not quite, but almost. Listen, if you like our show, please let us know. You can email us at remarktheshow@gmail.com. Like and subscribe. You can like this episode. You can subscribe to the page. You'll find out every time we review a movie, every time we make fun of a movie poster, every time we just pop on and decide, let's talk about all the people on this shirt. So subscribe and you'll never miss out on that. You can also follow us on all of our socials. We are on Instagram, we are on Twitter, and we are on Facebook, all at Remark the Show. So check us out.
We try and post, but we're also old.
Yeah. Well, no, I feel like in the seasons, once harvest starts up, we kick back in a lot
once
more.
Harvest kicks in.
What are you looking forward to this harvest season, Kristin?
I'm looking forward to Heine in a cardigan. I'm looking forward to Walker in a nice deep V.
Do you think Walker's going to do I got to take my shirt off because I have to chop some wood?
Probably.
Yeah, you know what's up.
He's got those juices. And he's just juicing.
Oh, I thought we were going pavy gravy again for a minute there.
Oh, hey.
Yes. Also, if you like the shirt I'm wearing, if you like the shirt Kristin's wearing, you can order them at the link below because I always forget exactly where that link is. I don't want to make something up and then send you off somewhere and we never see you again.
And this came in 7 days.
This one did, and it took a while. The new ones, yeah. So we did mail out a couple shirts. So you can, I don't know why that was, but you can check them out at this website that is listed here.
I love it.
Chris, what's next for you? What are you going to do?
If you can believe it, in August, I am shooting a show for WHYY that will be on television.
Nice.
In the summer of 2025. No, just kidding. I think it's 2023. I'm really excited. I have lines to learn, and I'm going to be on camera.
I love it. That's
I
great.
can't wait.
That's
So
cool.
we're shooting all in August, and it's with these 2 amazing 12-year-old talented actors, and I'm very excited and very, like, it's just cool. I've never done like a TV show.
Yeah.
So, oh boy. Kevin, what do you have?
Stuff.
Should you have gone first?
Probably, I guess. I have a box of cookies to eat. I think that's it for us. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Kit, say bye.
Wave bye, Kit. This might be a while. And Zipper's stuck.
Bye.